Welcome to the Introduction to iPhone Contacts and Making Calls, Part 4 of 7 parts, presented by the Fruitland Park Library, narrated by Gloria. Video includes phone settings, how to add contacts, edit, delete contact, making a call in voicemail, block calls, emergency calls, ringtones, LED flash for alerts. In order to work along with the tutorial, it may be necessary for you to have two open windows side by side. It does not matter if one window is a website and the other is an application or program. The steps of maximizing or restoring down a window is the same for both. We will be using the website YouTube and Notepad as examples. The opening slides will suggest different methods. Please see slides 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 before continuing with the tutorial. In the upper right corner, there is a Maximize Restore Down button. Restore Down reduces the window to half its size, as you see below. Maximize or Restore Down button becomes a single square. When the window is maximized, it fills the entire screen and the button is a double square. You can adjust the width and height by hovering the cursor on the right, left, top, or bottom edge of the window. The cursor will change from the normal arrow to an arrow with points at each end. You can then resize the window. Arrows are shown in red and blue for better visibility. Arrows will be white on the screen. You can move the window to a new location on the screen by placing the cursor near the top, blue arrow, and holding down the left mouse button. Then drag it to the new location and release the mouse button. If you do not have Microsoft Word on your computer and you are using Windows operating system, you can use Notepad to open two windows side by side. Click on the Windows icon in the lower left corner. Scroll down to Windows Accessories and click. A drop-down menu will open. Click on Notepad. Notepad size can be adjusted just like Word using the same steps. You can also save, open, print, copy, paste, and more using Notepad. After adjusting the first window, open a second window and repeat the steps. As you can see, the second window overlapped the first. Place your cursor near the top of the second window. Cursor should be a white arrow. Hold down the left mouse button and drag the second window off of the first window. The two windows will be side by side, allowing you to follow the instructions in the video. However, using this method will require you at times to use the right side and bottom scrolling sliders. A second method is to use the Minimize button, which will drop a window down to the taskbar. Click on it to open it up. Using this method does require you to switch back and forth between the two windows. Just pause the video, minimize the window, and open up the other window. The last suggestion is to take your laptop or smartphone to a library and use one of the library computers. Open the tutorial on the computer or smartphone and use the other to follow along with the tutorial. Phone settings. Tap Settings. Tap Phone. The number displayed is the number for the phone. To change the default text message replies for incoming calls, go to Settings, go to Phone, go to Respond with Text. Click Respond with Text Features. How to add contacts. Home screen, tap Contacts. Contact screen, tap the plus sign in the upper right corner. New contact screen opens. Enter information. If you keep scrolling downward, more options become available. You can also add the contact's email, set a default ringtone or text, add their birthdays, etc. Tap Done when you are finished. Contact Edit or Delete. Tap the contact, tap Edit, and make any changes you wish, or scroll to the bottom and tap Delete Contact. Texting contacts. Home screen, tap Contacts icon. Tap the contact you wish to send a message to. Follow the prompts. Using Wi-Fi calling on your iPhone instead of cellular to make a call. Slide bar to enable Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi calling can be helpful when your iPhone has a low cell signal because it uses your Wi-Fi network to make the call. Be careful about using an unsecure Wi-Fi network. Not all are safe to use. Tap Wi-Fi and it will display the available networks. Making a call. Home screen, tap green phone icon. Tap the keypad button, dial number, then tap the green phone. Icons displayed at the bottom of the screen when you tap the green phone. Favorites, recents, contacts, keypad, voicemail. You can mute the call, enable the keypad, turn on speaker, add a call, FaceTime, and go to your contacts directory. Press the red phone to end the call. Voicemail. Tap green phone on the home screen, tap voicemail. Tap the I and it will give you more information regarding the number and the options to add it as a contact, etc. Record a new greeting or use the default. To listen to a voicemail, tap the blue arrow. Use Siri or voice control. Press and hold the home button and say call or dial, then say the name or number. When voice dialing a number, speak each digit separately. 1, 2, 3, 4, not 1234. For the 800 area code in the U.S., you can say 800. Settings, Siri and search. Siri is disabled on this phone. Tap accept to answer an incoming call. End a call, tap red phone or press the sleep-wake button, power button. Decline a call and send it directly to voicemail. Do one of the following. Press the sleep-wake power button twice quickly. 2 low beeps confirm that the call was declined. Tap decline if the phone is awake when the call comes in. Note, in some areas, declined calls are disconnected without being sent to voicemail. Block unwanted callers. Home screen, phone icon, recents icon at the bottom of the screen. Tap the circle with the eye in the center, next to the contact you wish to block. Emergency calls. Making an emergency call when iPhone is locked. Enter passcode, tap emergency call to dial 911 in the US, for example. Important. Use iPhone for emergency calls in many locations. Cell service must be available, but do not rely on it for emergencies. Some cell networks may not accept an emergency call from iPhone. If iPhone is not activated, not compatible with, or configured to a particular cellular network, or the iPhone does not have a SIM card or SIM card is a PIN locked. Call forwarding is not on all phones. Settings, phone, call forwarding. If your phone does not have call forwarding, settings, phone, tap keyboard icon at the bottom of the screen. Dial *72 followed by the area code and number. All calls will now be forwarded to the number you entered and tap the iPhone icon at the bottom. Calls will not ring in on your cell phone. To disable call forwarding, dial *. Call forwarding is not on all cell phones. If your phone does not have call forwarding, settings, phone, tap keyboard icon at the bottom of screen, dial *72 followed by the area code and number. All calls will now be forwarded to the number you entered and tap the phone icon at the bottom. Calls will not ring in on your cell phone. To disable call forwarding, dial *73. Tap iPhone icon at the bottom. Call waiting and caller ID. Call waiting. If you're on a call and call waiting is turned off, incoming calls go directly to voicemail. Caller ID. For FaceTime calls, your phone number is displayed even if caller ID is turned off. Ringtones and vibrations. iPhone comes with ringtones for incoming calls, clock alarms, and the clock timer. Set the default ringtone. Go to Settings, Sound, Ringtone. Tap Ringtone. Assign different ringtones for the special people in your life. Go to Contacts, choose a contact, tap Edit, then tap Ringtone. LED flash for alerts. If you can't hear the sounds that announce incoming calls and other alerts, set the iPhone to flash. This works only when the iPhone is locked or asleep. Tap Settings, tap Accessibility. Scroll and tap Audio Visual. Scroll and turn on Flash for alerts flash on silent. Note, this is a great feature for all users who, when in a loud environment, may miss the tones associated with calls, texts, or other alerts. This concludes the introduction to iPhone contacts and making calls. Thank you for joining us for Part 4. We hope you enjoyed the tutorial and will be joining us for the remaining Parts 5 through 7 of iPhone. If you have any questions or would like a transcript of this video, please contact me at gterry@mylakelibrary.org or call 352-360-6561.